So now Tokini is going to come up and maybe speak a bit about her work. And if you have any questions, it'd be amazing if you could ask them, because that would be really great. So yeah, Tokini, the director.
Hi, so as Claudia said, I'm Tokini. So these are projects, especially the one from I'm New Here. It's a 2015 series. So that's a project that I sort of used to learn animation, and you can see through the images that I'm sort of like learning through the process. So the first one was my first video that I ever animated. The second was the second video I ever animated. And the third was the third video I ever animated. So that was 2015, and the Drifter, which is I would say that's like a love letter to my partner. Hey.
Yeah.
Anybody who's seen her around, she's the only black girl you ever see riding a Kawasaki Ninja in Brighton. So Drifter is pretty much me trying to, I think that was sort of congratulating her on getting the 650cc. I said it right? So that's me congratulating her for getting her bike, for getting her driver's license for her bike, and also owning the bike, and also understanding, because I've been with her to a lot of bikers convention over the past months as well, where we go to, hang out with the Dykes on bike, and we're like one of the only black people that for a long mile, and we're one of the only women like that are actually wearing the gear. So I think so. That's first of all, that's what Drifter is. It's a love letter to her in terms of understanding her relationship with the bike. Secondly, I was hoping that it would sort of give enough moment of pause in between so that you can sort of see the environment a bit more. But Drifter is sort of set in this, I would say, Martian colony, and and in the spaceship you see flying away, sort of a discussion pretty much of migration, because at the same time that I was making this, we were talking about our relationship. I'm talking about how it is that we would be able to sort of be with each other if ever, because she's French and I'm Nigerian, and we're always talking about what would we do if we could get kicked out of the country. What is our next step? So Drifter is, first of all, is Afrofuturist, yes, but it's also about migration, and the title is written in Insibiri. That's Igor writing script as migrant. And yeah, that was just the title screen. I don't know if you guys got enough time to see it. So I wanted to see if anybody had any questions before I plug my next project shamelessly here. No projects, no questions? Okay, I'll take yours for Claudia.
How did you get the interview extras?
So sorry, oh my god, I haven't talked about this project in a long time too, so I'm New Here was set as a photo voice project in Winnipeg, and anybody who knows of Canada knows snow, but they don't sort of know of the sort of, increasing, population of migrants, some of whom rather are queer. So I'm New Here is a project where I go to speak with a lot of the people in my community in Winnipeg who are black and migrants, sort of speaking of their experiences in Winnipeg. And I think that's what I said in the first video too, because that's my voice in there. But in the first video I try to explain that it's a small city that people sort of come into. It's in this countryside. Where it's mostly prairie people and the migrants that are there. So how I got the extracts, the interview extracts, was from doing a photo voice project wherein I spoke with people and they took images and I interviewed them, and I sort of shortened their interviews into like little clips which I put as part of the animated documentary. And also speaking on that too, for the second person whose voice was not in there, I think that was quite powerful for me, at least as a person who had to make it, because for a person who does not necessarily want to speak on their identity, doesn't want to sort of be identified, because these are people who are, first of all, they are not Canadian, so that means they don't have the rights to sort of, and they're from Zimbabwe and Nigeria, where there are still these colonial draconian laws against being queer and being gay. Even in Nigeria, there are laws against knowing somebody who's gay and not reporting them. So part of the reason why I chose animation at the beginning was to sort of protect people's identities, and from there sort of moved on to expressing other things too. So Claudia, what is it? What's your question? Well, that's Leslie. That's my partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of what she does is she just everything that's sci-fi. Even the last Janelle. I don't know if anybody was listening to the songs over the break where they played the Janelle Monáe song. Yeah. So things like that I have to consume like on a heavy diet because of the person that I'm living with. So in that sense, but then I also enjoy like little silly sci-fi, like I would say consumer, like friendly sci-fi, like Rick and Morty, which is it's silly, but it has interesting sci-fi concepts. And then because of also Leslie, I would also enjoy listening to or watching Alejandro Jodorowsky's like Holy Mountain, very old artsy sci-fi. And also speaking on sci-fi, I'm doing a project that is sort of addressing, I would say, that problem of identity that I was talking about earlier, sort of, but more in terms of migration and surveillance. And I will be having my exhibition at Onka in September. So the launch of the exhibition, it's animation, but it's more 3D animation. It's more tech heavy. But also it's about sort of trying to address migration, trying to address the technology that goes into migration, sort of seeing that we are placing it in this like dystopic state, sort of saying that we are in a dystopia where the technology is sort of more advanced than the way that people who are migrating are being treated. So there's more care for the technology than the humans, first of all. Then secondly, it's also trying to sort of create this space and sort of reinterpret or subvert the space. So in that sense, I'll be doing a workshop after the launch on Wednesday, the 19th of September during the digital festival. I'll be doing a workshop on the 21st, if I'm correct. And I would like to have some people in there, trans people, queer people, people of color, migrants, whoever it is that's interested, come over with your laptops, come over with whatever it is that you sort of like, can create stuff on. And I would like for us to create these like 3D spaces that represent what it is that we'd like to see in the future, what it is that we sort of, hope for, what we dream for. So thank you for watching my videos.
Yeah!